Welcome everybody to another travel product review, and today we're going to review Big Bus Miami. And before we get started, I want to mention that all of these reviews are favorable. We're pro the company that we're reviewing. We will look at the pictures, the text, and some of the reviews as we get started, and hopefully this information will give you a better idea what to expect when you take it. We are going to do a timer right there. It's going to be 10 minutes, and that's all we're going to get. All right, let's get right to it. Now, the first thing I want to mention when I look at any product, and this one's going to be on Viator, and the first thing I want to do is I look at the name, Big Bus Miami, hop on, hop off, sightseeing tour, and optional cruise. Now, that's letting you know that there's a cruise component. Now, we look at how many reviews are right here, 2,044 reviews. And here's some of the photos. We go through the photos and we want to always just click to see what those photos look like. Those are very nice photos, very colorful, very vivid. And the first thing I notice on the provider photos, they don't have any pictures of the optional cruise. I think that that should be something that should be added and fixed, just because they're already mentioning that there. I definitely like the fact that there's not a lot of photos. Some tour operators put too many photos, and you really are looking just to put your best photos online. And so let's continue here. This is $29. We're going to just click on the check availability, and you can see that it's always the same price. There's no fluctuation in price depending on the weekend or during the week. And if we just want to look at how much the sightseeing or the optional cruise component is, let's look is panoramic boat and bus. So let's look at that. So that's $59. That was $29, so they're adding $30 for a sightseeing cruise, and that gives you an idea of what the cruise component is. Now we're going to quickly look at the overview. I like on Viator how they have this product here. We're just going to quickly review it. I always find it interesting to look at the text and see what they're putting out there. And I want to look at how much time I got on the timer. And I didn't click the timer. Dang it. Oh well, this is when you know we're doing this live. And we're also doing these reviews of what somebody who comes across your product will see. And so we got 9 minutes and 48 seconds. So if we look here, Miami hop on, hop off bus tour, enjoy the flexibility of exploring the city at your own pace, visit South Beach, Little Havana, and more. Informative recorded commentary on board, experience unparalleled views from the vantage point of an open-top double-decker bus, upgrade to include Millionaire's Row boat cruise and Everglades experience to complete your time. Now we're going to quickly review this. I don't like when a lot of these products have too much information in this text. It should just be the highlight. It should just be what to expect. So we're going to read that. Explore the most popular sites in Miami on the scenic hop on, hop off bus tour. Visit many of the top attractions in South Beach, Wynwood, Little Havana, and more. Enjoy 20 minutes to explore Little Havana on foot. Board at any of our big bus stops and get to know the city in custom fashion with recorded commentary. Upgraded to include a 1.5 hour boat tour on Biscayne Bay and see Miami Beach and Fisher Island from the water and the Everglades experience. Now, the two biggest things about Miami is visiting Bayside Marketplace and the Everglades. So I always recommend doing the Everglades, but the Everglades is far away from downtown Miami. That's something to note. We're just going to quickly get to know what to expect, get to know the city of Miami and its top attractions in convenient, economical fashion in this entertaining education. And it all begins with a hop on. Now, I'm not going to read this, but I had read it before here, and it says the nation's capital. So I think this text needs to be reviewed and edited. It's not a big deal, but I think they might have copied this text somewhere else because it says the nation's capital. We're just going to look at some of these other things. Now, we're just looking at some of the different spots. And as you know, transportation in any city is completely hard, right? There could be an accident, there can be a movie shoot, there can be traffic disruptions because of construction. So before I even get to the reviews, I want to mention that anytime it sees transportation, the customer should have the expectation that we're not in control of it. And that's what I want to allude to when I start reading the reviews. And we're going to jump down to these reviews right here. And this has a 3.5 reviews. And the thing I want to mention when it comes to any of this is there's a couple things I'm looking at when I review it. Is one, how many stars are in each category, and how recent the reviews are. Not necessarily the negative reviews, but I want to touch on some of the most recent -1 star, because we all look at this and we all expect this to be something. So we're just going to look at a couple of them. I'm not going to try to answer everything, but I just want to say anytime it has weather related, in Miami it's hot and humid, anytime it has weather related, I don't think that's a fair assessment on the product itself. So let's just quickly review some of these and give feedback. It was a horrible on the site. It misses so much information. It says it has Biscayne boat, and then when you book it, it's just the boat. We called that to make sure it was written. What we haven't, and Karen kept telling us she didn't know every question. She made us wait. And each question, not enough buses. I doubt this, just because don't book on that site. She's not even referring to what site she's booking at. No air on the bus. No air on bus smelling. No air on bus smelling all the fumes. On the railroad tracks, when a train was coming because there was a red light, the driver couldn't move. The railroad cross came down and we were on. So, that happens. If you're in an open air bus and you're sitting, some of the fumes are going to come in there. Now, this is a negative review, and I don't think that's fair. Horrible, don't waste your money. Warning, if you're looking to take a tour, this is not the answer. Simply put, confusion, rude treatment by the employees. When it comes to interactions with employees, I think what happens a lot of times is there's an expectation that the employee should know how to answer every one of those questions. So I don't know if that's a fair assessment. Blurred bus windows with no viewing. What's the point of being a big bus? Can't see out. These windows had a wrap over them, not allowing you to see out of it. I'm not going to answer that question. I don't know too much about it. Never a big bus again. The bus was hot, no air conditioning. Again, you're in an open air thing, air conditioning. It's Miami, it's humid. How do you not expect the elements to come into play? Not enough information was given before purchasing the tour through the app. Being a visitor to the area and trying to find things to do in Miami, there was no indication of having to get transportation to and from pickup area. Well, if you look here, it does tell you where the pickup point is. So if you look right here, Big Bus, Stop 1, Bayside Marketplace, that is where you have to go. That is one of the pickup locations. Any of these stops are a pickup location. So if somebody doesn't know that, this is not an Uber where it comes to your hotel. And I'm not going to answer all those reviews. I just think that some of those reviews are not necessary because weather, where to pick it up, some of that information's on there, and it's not a good assessment of that. I will want to go back here. So when you're looking at this product, I think 2 hours doesn't really represent how long you can take this tour. Because remember, you can get on and off. So that's just something I want to point out. And then I'm going to come back into this product, and I'm going to look at some of the traveler photos. And this gives me an idea of what we saw what the provider picked, and then we want to look at what looks like. And so we're just going to skim some of these. This is a great view. This is going towards Miami Beach from downtown Miami. This is getting a cocktail, probably at Little Havana. You can see when it comes to commentary on the bus, some people love it. Some people love the audio tour. Some people don't. None of the audio to the audio tour worked. But if you come back here, it says great commentary on the bus. So that's one of those things where it's contradicting. So could there be a piece of technology that didn't work for this one person? I think you can. It might affect one person's experience, but let's just click through some of these. And this looks like nice different areas. You're getting a 4-star rating. You know, somebody took a 4-star rating, but they took a lot of pictures and they took the time to post it. You love people like this. This is going toward Miami Beach. This is a little 40th and Collins. This is very nice. First time in the city. Now, I definitely want to point out that if you look at some of these traveler photos, it's on October 2022. So that's something to notice. I always like to look at the dates and when people post these pictures. And that is going to quickly scroll through. Here's somebody that you can already tell. He's taking a selfie and he gives a 4-star review. And here, overall great experience. And I'm just going to click. Now, again, what I'm noticing is people are on top of the bus. Can you imagine in Miami when it's hot? What type of experience? So you have to be prepared for that. And that's the tour bus from hell. But the bus make too many stops inside a bus cold. I didn't even know they make stops and pick up different people. It wasn't a good experience. Here's somebody that's saying the bus was too cold. And that's just going to do it for some of these reviews, 3-star reviews. Both buses we rode on were in need of attention, although neither had air conditioning. Miami's 90 degrees, not happy. Again, what do you expect? And I guess that's almost going to conclude my review of this product. Would and wouldn't recommend. The boat tour was pleasant and narration was really good. And I think that's what we want to kind of look at. Another of time to see a few spots. That, you know, these reviews and these products, I always think that it has to do with the people that are doing it. Unfortunately, with these products that are listed on Viator, sometimes these reviews make a key difference, because I read a report that said that these algorithms are going to dictate what gets presented to the customers online. And I wanted to keep it into 10 minutes. I hope this review was helpful. I wanted to point out a couple things. And like always, we do favorable reviews. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like, don't forget to subscribe. And please, if you're interested in getting your product reviewed, hit us up. And that's going to do it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on the next video.